Tsar Fróði is quite content. Things are going well. We added a lot of eastern lands to our realm, unified them with our mighty empire, and we have our eyes set on the Czech dynasty. The old ruler died, and now there is just one guy in between us and our plans to unite that part of Central Europe to our realm as well. These are Slav people. They should be united to our empire. Together we are stronger. But, of course, the now still independent ruler has his own ideas about that, and he's not willing to submit to us. So we started a scheme against him. Let's see how those plans unfold in this episode. Welcome back, adventurers. We're playing Crusader Kings 3. And here we are, 50% into this war for the Don Valley, and there is still some stuff here, internal warfare going on here. This is still an independent realm, but I don't think that he will stay that way for a long time. We can relax under the giant shade tree. We can inspire, well, we can sponsor an inspired person. We don't want that. We have a lot of messages that I don't think we need to do anything with that. Who do we have? Why are you in my prison? 37, that's acceptable. Go home. And yeah, let's finish this war first of all. One of our armies is sieging the city here. Let's get this war. That is our scheme against the my goodness. My scheme against the Duke in Czechia. And okay, my uncle Thorolf died. Thorolf Ylvason of the Rus. He was a count. Okay, who's got the counting now? That's your son, Naruchad. Alright. A harsh judgment. Following the death sentence of Lolithia, I asked my ward Essen what she thought. He responded that the sentence was far too harsh for such a small crime. Punishment did indeed not fit the crime. Or this is a lesson in moderation of all things. You are doing intrigue. Let's go with moderation. A celebration in Prague. There we are. This we can click away for now. Perchner tells me that a local celebration in Prague, the home of Duke Wojtek, is struggling with money. If it is held, it would draw a lot of people, both high and low, to the area. A perfect opportunity for infiltration. Here, ensure it's held. Okay, that's a lot of money, but for the greater good, huh? So, a lot of stuff's going on here. Alliance expired. He has died. He was slain in battle. That is tragic but honorable. And that means I also don't have an alliance with her. Okay, she's a Jarl. Interesting. Okay, let's have a look at this siege here. And my son learned the Slavonic language. That's great. This is my son and heir. And he's now left to his own devices, right? As far as it comes to learning languages and that sort of thing. Lifestyle choices. So he speaks North Baltic and Slavonic. That is great. Yeah. I do think we're gonna stick with him as our heir. Alright. Like all old Slovianskans, Duke Vojta of Czech shares more with Rod, and by extension Aldona, than he shares with most mortals. This is my... no, his Vedunia. Okay. If only I could get the Vedunia to relay some of Duke Vojta's fears and plans to me. It is for the good of the faith. But according to Rod, or that's between him and the gods. No, it's for the good of the faith. It is. And she helps me out. That's great. And we now control this area here. The Golden Hills. Or the Don Valley. Depending on how you look at it. And let's enforce our demands. There we go. To my liege, peace be with you. You are a much greater foe than I imagined. Well, you didn't have a very good imagination then, when this enormous empire right next door is coming knocking on your door. And he became a vassal. Okay. So be it. Disband all my armies, and I have a nephew. We saw that. Yeah, he was tragically slain in battle. And we have a dynasty legacy. Okay, so we can finish this one. Daily siege progress 25%. That is interesting. Or we can go for blood here. Chance of reinforcing congenital traits plus 30%. I think that is more important right now. Definitely. Yeah, we need to keep a closer eye on what's going on with marriages and traits and so on, because there is quite a bit of inbreeding and some negative traits have slipped into our dynasty. So yeah, we need to be more careful, I guess, and bring in some fresh blood. Alright, that is pretty good. Yeah, we need to make a bit more money, I guess. Alright, there is something going on in my court. So, oh yeah, below court grandeur expectations. I know that. We're still working up to level 9. But basically the game wants us to invest more money into our court. But we're already spending so much on our court. That's our biggest expense here, so no, I don't think so. That means we do lose a bit of prestige, but we have plenty of that. Success! After lots of hard work, I finally learned the Czech Slovian language. Endless hours practicing accentuation, sleepless nights mimicking inflection, countless lessons mastering intonation. It was all worth it in the end. During my efforts, I looked to emulate a Sophie's accent. I'm sure that she would be impressed with my results. She's actually a Premier League dynasty member. That's very interesting. Yeah. And of course, Czech peasants now respect me a great deal more. I feel accomplished, or perhaps I should send a letter to her. Nah, that's fine. I don't need affirmation from her side. And a bunch of buildings have finished. I can no longer learn her language. And a couple of hooks have expired. We don't care about that. Your vassal attacks foreign realm. King Rostislav, the king of Serbia, is attacking Chieftain Witos of the chiefdom of Krakow. Where is that? There. That is fine. Yeah, go get them. Go get them. Yeah, we're basically waiting until this scheme, this one, comes around in 7 months. And yeah, we're good. Ah, we have some new prisoners that can be ransomed. You're a Tyrannid. Do we want to let you go? Or you have no claim, so that's fine. Right? And then Prince Stein, why were you in prison again? You were an adulterer. Right. He will accept. He cannot afford a full ransom, but this is like just over half of it. Maybe you sit for a while longer. Give me a little bit more. Blessed are the meek. I was shocked when I caught Fróði, that's not me but my grandson Fróði, trying to steal from the travel chest of the visiting Jarl Sigbjörn. He gave me an impressive speech on how he now understood why what he had done was wrong. You're an intriguing character, okay. Humble, deceitful, or honest. Now, I am trusting, content, and zealous, but also an elusive shadow and a schemer. So, what would I want him to be? Because this could be a future ruler of the realm, right? He is Stanislav's son. Deceitful isn't really a good trait. No, be honest. Yeah, but we are all but small pieces of rope. Humble is good. Humble is good. And he immediately got ill. Greetings, my modest liege. I have been hosting your Chancellor, Jarl Alexei, for several weeks, and he has helped me truly see the splendor of the realm under your rule. This is Prince Boris, my son, my second son. Yeah, okay, you should be honored. I gave you some land to rule. Right. Ahead of your inheritance. Reborn. My daughter Chitska is the spitting image of her grandmother Euphemia. But the likeness is not only on the surface, it runs much deeper. Chitska is never holding grudges, just like your grandmother before her. Perhaps it is truly Euphemia who has returned to walk this earth. She was, she died trying to cure herself of some unknown affliction while she was pregnant. Yeah, we know exactly what affliction that was because she wasn't married. And then my daughter Chitska by Sofia. So Sofia's mother. Sofia is my concubine, right? One of my concubines. Okay. And now we think that Chitska is an incarnation of her fornicating grandmother. That's an interesting thought, I guess. Yeah, forgiving. Okay, well, the universe is full of sacred mysteries, for sure. Efficient timekeeper. I was looking at what else we have. We have another prisoner we can ransom. So let's do that. One of my newest personal servants is a diligent fellow, determined even. He always makes sure I do things on time. It pays to have a servant like him. Indeed, I gain efficient time. Wow. Nice. Then we can designate a guardian for our son, Vojislav. He wants to do a stewardship education. Yeah, that seems right. So we have a steward in our council, our son, Stanislav, who's really good at that, and who has decent traits, although they're not specific for stewardship. But I will offer him his little half-brother, Vojislav, to educate. There we go. Fabricate hook and daring rescue. Yeah, we will also, and we have like a 2 or 3 pronged approach. we are not just doing one thing to get to this title. We are also getting a hook on Yana O'Doodleby because she could help us. No, she has a county there, and she is the spy master of Duke Wojtek. So if she could help us, is she already involved or not? 5 agents, yes. No, she's not involved yet. So if we have a hook on her, then we could get her involved, and that would help us for sure. Would it not be wonderful if Countess Jana owed me not out of fear but out of gratitude? If I, for example, were to save her from vicious bandits while she was out traveling? Indeed, vicious bandits like the men currently waiting outside the castle gate. I would charge in with my... I wouldn't, but I would send one of my men, right? With my guards at the last moment, driving them off and leaving Jana in a life dead to me. Okay, simple yet so convincing. Another 300, my goodness. And I got a weak hook on her. Okay. Let's get her involved. And then we will have a look at Olga. Let's get her involved in this. Countess Jana can be convinced by using our hook. She will still not accept. And a bribe. Okay. And what do we have? Oh, Prince Stein will be wants to be released. 88. No, give me 100. Yeah, Olga has come of age but has not been promised. She's my vassal. Stepan's daughter. So, how did this happen? You got Novosil. What about your father? Your father is Levedia. Uh-huh. How did you get Novosil? Ah. She inherited it. Your mother inherited it. And she's still around. So how did... Abdication. Ah, yes, of course. I see now. So... The powers in Novosil, lower nobility and maybe even the people, forced out your mother to get you on the throne, and they thought you were more easily manipulated, but they don't know how deceitful you are. So she is a member of our dynasty. But apart from her deceitfulness and being an intricate web weaver, she doesn't have too much going for her. Except that now, of course, she is a jarl. And that makes her more attractive, I guess, to suitors. So let's find her someone. Can we can only arrange a marriage with somebody in our court. Well, that's not very good. Yeah, that's not very good. Okay, can we get men here? And sort by age. So we have Fasti, Stjarna. That seems the only one that's like near in age. That is also highborn. That is nobility. He also doesn't have much going for himself, but well. Then you will not, well, matrilineally you will not accept either. Okay. Well, then you need to figure it out yourself, my lady. Then you need to figure it out yourself. My skilled cousin. My cousin Yathorov has proven himself highly capable, especially in academic matters. There are some projects I would like to undertake in the county of Yasenmargnader, my liege, with your blessing, of course. Where is that even? Oh, okay. Let's see. So in the Vlachlands, I guess. Anyway, that bit. Yeah, take the reins, go ahead. Sign it. The Traveler's Tale. A traveler has offered to tell us of the distant lands, whence he claims to be returning. Ladies and gentlemen, I left my village as a youth with my parents, pilgrims bound for Jerusalem. However, a terrible storm blew our small ship off course and left me stranded, alone and bereft, on strange heathen shores. I was soon captured by a fierce Arabian prince with 50 sons, 50 daughters, and 50 wives. I escaped on a stolen horse and rode further east into Persia, where the sun shines so hot that cattle who stray from the noontime shade can burst into flames. Eventually, I reached the mountainous land of wise women, whose meditations have taken them so close to God that they must tether themselves to large boulders lest they float up to heaven. The attendants remained captivated by the increasingly preposterous adventures. What a wondrous tale, indeed, and I lose some stress because of it. We don't really like each other, but he's a good storyteller, this Voislav. And we have a faction against us, the Swedish Assator populists. Why? Not that they have any power, but the county of Satakunda, that's in Finland, right? But they are still Swedish Assator, that's like right here, I think. This one. Yeah, Swedish Assator, I see. Are you on a mission, my dear? No. How about you convert faith there? Alright, who do we have here? Yathorov of Moldova, who I just gave permission, right, to do some development. I have arrived in Königsberg to pay homage to you, glorious Tsar, as a show of my loyalty. I bring you rich gifts worthy of your majesty as a token of my goodwill and servitude. I show him in at once. I wait patiently on my throne for the arrival of Yathorov, who is soon announced and ushered before me. He kneels in deference as the attendants bring forth his gifts of coin and precious objects. The oath is taken as scribes record his pledges to serve the Tsardom of the Rus. At last I bid the Jarl rise, confirming my satisfaction and Thorov's rights to the lands he rules in my stead. I accept your generous gifts. There we go. Very nice. And we now are at the right court grandeur level. Nice. We have another perk here. Do we want to continue with this? This is pretty good, right? Intimidated and terrified vassal, tax contributions, and imprisonment chance. Yeah, I'm not sure how much longer we would, well, rule, still be alive. We're getting on in years. Maybe I should go for Know Thyself. I mean, we are, what, 52 years old now. Or also for these, right? Scientific for cultural fascination progress. That's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, maybe we take this one perk. And then switch over to scholarship. Although we might first want to go for Know Thyself. Yeah. Alright. What's going on here? Edison. What's this war about? War against the tyranny of Jarl Demid. So he is the Jarl here. And he is so losing this war. Yeah, they have a much better army and more men. Okay. And he's a Slig, yeah, so he's not even a dynasty member. Alright. He's at least intelligent, so that's somewhat interesting. Alright, let's go ahead and see how our scheme is going. Visiting the local market, a merchant from a faraway land catches my attention. Come closer, my lord. Marvel at treasures never before seen in these lands. I had to blend into the populace to get these beauties out. Truly a harrowing experience. This merchant might have more to give me than marvels from afar. It must be interesting traveling as much as you do. Or he will tell me what he knows, or it should cover both. No, it must be interesting traveling as much as you do. And I understands people for 3 years. That's very nice. The consecration of Zdvijan. Pedunia Aslaug excitedly enters my halls. My lord, I bring word of the completion of Zdvijan's new temple. The faithful of Kernogard rejoice at the piety of your works and the honor done to Rod. This one, right? It's a barony title. We have a shaman there now. Okay. But she's happy, and that's good. May Belleborg bless us all. A bunch more buildings are finished. And I learned of Dobroslava's witch secret. She's only 15 and she's already involved in witchery. Well, even today that's kind of a teenage thing, right? He may invite you to a feast at my court in Pskov. It will be a grand affair, worthy of your honorable presence. Well, our families go back quite a way, don't they? So I will accept this invitation. A warm welcome. Every guest is gathered in the great hall, and our gracious host, Count Ingvar, has welcomed us all to his feast. Oh, and Thuri is no longer my cupbearer because she just died of old age. My aunt. Okay, that is sad. Chiefess Hannah. Okay. I wanted to see if we can hire a new one, a good one. Joffrey, but she doesn't like me. She's ambitious. Yeah. So that would be a bit dangerous. My daughter Euphemia might be a good one. Okay, let's do that. And who else is in Prince Stein? How much money do you have now? You almost have enough money. You have nothing you can pay me. But I don't really want to keep you around. How about you convert? And oh, you have a claim. And renounce your claim. You're my rival. Okay, you stay. And you, why are you in prison? Yeah, no, I just want to know the reason. Why is she a criminal? Well, you've been in my prison for 2 years. I'm sure you have paid off for your crimes. Negotiate release. Yeah. You should renounce your claims. You may be my cousin, but as a criminal, you shouldn't have any claims. Global French hybrid culture. Interesting. Slavo French. Germanic and yeah, okay, it kind of makes sense, I guess. Eager to celebrate. To celebrate the rule of Tsar Fróði, the local families have prepared a festival for the courts. Svetoslava included this it is a feast during which local merchants and mayors bring up gifts. There are samples of all the local produce and even 1 or 2 delicacies that are popular at court at the moment. Obtained at no cheap cost, I expect. One by one the locals come forward and present samples of textiles, earthenware and even an article of furniture. Svetoslava seems to be growing tired, however, and looks like she wishes the boring part of the feast would end already so that she can go dance and play. She is betrothed to my grandson Fróði. Impatient. Just bring on the dancing. She keeps impatient. Or let's be satisfied with this generous meal. Svetoslav is owed a far bigger share than this. I think I would say let us be satisfied. Right? Because I'm that kind of person. So I don't know why this would give me stress, but... Alright. Here we go. A meal to die for. My agents have prepared for weeks. The cook has been bribed to look the other way. The poison has been acquired, and the duck was gifted to Duke Wojtek alone. It will be rubbed with the poison, and the bed of herbs will mask the smell as it is served. The deadly bitterness will be the last thing my target ever tastes. 95% chance of success. Bon appetit, Wojtek. He escaped unharmed. The poison did not have its intended effect, but merely left the Duke bedridden for a week. Thankfully, it is thought to have been nothing but a common illness, and Wojtek is none the wiser. Well, if at first you don't succeed, you try again. Okay, so we have restarted this scheme. Another 12 months, but we still have a 95% success chance. Peasant uprising. You have 2 wars going on now. One that you are going to lose, and this one, a peasant uprising, that you should win if that was the only thing that you were concerned about. Yeah. Okay, take care of it. If you need my help, you know where to ask. There was a commotion among the children today. Svetoslava was attempting to preach among her fellow youngsters and became the target of a small fight. Svetoslav intervened and did what he could to protect her. So this is about Svetoslav, one of my younger sons that I am tutoring. Never back down from a challenge. He's doing an intrigue education. Okay. Yeah, never back down from a challenge. That's fine. Maybe you should learn another language. Not Arabic, though. That's not really that useful. So you know Norse and East Slavic. How about Czech? We have someone else, right? Yeah, Jofi. There you go. And we should hold court, so let's do that now. There we are. Okay, let's hear the petitioners. Sitting on my throne, I gesture for my guards to open the doors of the hall. A stream of people file in, some lining up in front of my throne, while others move out of the way so they can simply observe the proceedings. After several moments, all movement in the chamber has ceased. All faces turn towards mine expectantly. In front of me, I count 3 petitioners lined up in an orderly row, waiting for me to call on them. I gesture for the first in line to approach. And there they are. Sviatopolk and Beatrix, my court musician. One of my guards approaches with my courtier Beatrix in chains trailing behind him. I caught Beatrix here in the process of sending sensitive information to foreign spies in Lomza. What should we do with her? Beatrix. Well, is there evidence of this, or I get a strong hook? I have different plans for you. I imprison her. And she does have a child, which is my half-sister. And she is married to the Count Anne, another child of Gavrola. Yeah. I see. Well, if she's a traitor, but here it says it's an act of tyranny. And I'm trusting and content, so... since I am trusting, I think I would forgive her. Well, with some conditions. Do not betray me again. I have a loyalty hook on her. Hopefully that will keep her in check. A hero of the frontier. Over the last few days I have heard tell of a mighty hero over the peasantry who has won the hearts and minds of the common people through incredible deeds and matchless bravery. This hero, who goes by the name Tatiana, has been defending the small folk from Kimek raiders. And has now traveled the way to Königard to seek an audience with me. There's no doubt that Tatiana is a great hero, however, my court are adamant that I do not elevate a commoner beyond their station. She is a giantess, a brave and lustful giantess, a 32 prowess. My goodness. Could I make her into a shield maiden? You shall be rewarded with a place in my household. She joins our court. A true hero deserves a position worthy of their skills. And I give her a county. Suit of Ashley. Maybe. You shall be honored as the hero you are. Honored frontier hero. I think that's what we should go for. Yeah. Although it does cost me a lot of money. Place in my household. Every knight loses opinion of me. No, you shall be honored as the hero that you are. If it costs me a fortune. And can we invite her to court? She will join us. Okay. My son, Prince Artyo, nods in acknowledgement before stepping forward to voice his petition. Father, I seek your aid in combating the issue of thieves stealing from Bilaveja and its people. He pauses to sigh. I cannot fix the problem with the resources I have. I ask for any aid that you can spare. So that is one of his counties, and he has too little money. Okay, I can give you some gold to solve the problem. My steward can offer you advice. You're at fault for being so incompetent, or my courtier Yaroslav would make for a better steward. Manasseh. is not a very good steward. Yeah, Vyaroslav. He is my courtier. He is a slightly better steward. But also not... No, I can give you some gold. Okay, we're generous today. And that is my business here today. Midwinter is approaching. Trusting me. Vladislav has been asking me for a pet rabbit for a long time, and I told him I would get one for him in 3 months if he displayed more focus in his studies. Ever since I made a promise, he has been redoubling the effort of his studies. That's very good, Vladislav. You are a great grandson. I mean, a great grandson, not a great grandson. You know what I mean. I would never deceive you. So it's like trusting, content, or fickle. Okay. Well, I would never deceive him because that's the kind of person I am. Not so sure if it would benefit him to be trusting of people in general. Except his grandfather, you know? A more flexible way of thinking. As a trusting person myself, I would encourage him in that. Yeah. Defender of the faith. There was a commotion among the children today. Sviatoslav was attempting to preach among her fellow youngsters and became the target of a small fight. Praxida was furious that anyone could target someone attempting to speak on behalf of Perun and chased away the other children. Okay, Praxida, you will serve the divine well, child. Yes. And she's my champion. That's great. Just what I wanted. Also, I want to find her a spouse. Somebody who is like equally strong. Maybe. Relevance, okay. Do we have anything here? Just fertile males. Okay. For a Rurikid. They're all not great, right? Maybe I should go for some of those skills. There is this guy, but yeah. He's a Khazar. Okay, how about that? And he's low-born though, so we'll make it matrilineally. My granddaughter Kanyava is the spitting image of her great-grandmother Queen Astrid. The likeness is not only the surface, it runs much deeper. So this is my aunt, this is my granddaughter, okay. Kanyava is moderate and always in control of herself, just like her great-grandmother before. Perhaps it is truly Queen Astrid who has returned to walk this earth? Who knows? Who knows? In the name of the divine, following the death sentence of a lowly thief, I asked my grandson Fedor what he thought. He expressed doubts about whether any god would want a realm to be ruled by such a harsh law. Cynical, just, or tempered, but he's already zealous. So zealous and cynical does not make sense together. He must be taught the proper execution of the law, or it's a lesson of moderation. I think moderation, it's more similar to content, right? It's, well, not exactly, but... In this case, it's about the law, right? He must be taught the proper execution of the law. Yeah, that's... Logically, that makes more sense. Aslak is no longer my court physician. Why did you leave, Aslak? We got you on board, right? Now at Prince Bard's court in Metzipol. Why did you go to another court? Oh, that's your father. Okay, you went back to your father. And you can just do that without asking me? You're just telling me goodbye? I don't agree with that. Oh, you were Mervedunia too? Yeah, hold off a moment. That's not how we do things, especially this girl here. She's useless. Aslak, you just walk away? You have so many responsibilities? No, that's not right. I cannot assign a new counselor until... for the next 10 years? I don't think so. I don't think so. We reorganized the faith so that clerical appointment is temporal and revocable. Right? The realm priest or court chaplain can be fired and replaced by a new appointee. I haven't appointed this one. Just because the former one walked away doesn't mean that just anybody can fill that position. No, that needs to go by me. So this is something we shall fix. Because I'm not okay with this. Especially since we have this doctrine. I'm not okay with that. She's unlanded. We didn't get a message, I believe, that she was using a strong hook or something like that. So no, I'm totally not okay with this. I'm very disappointed in you, Aslak. You just walked away. That's not on. No, that's not right. Alright, so we need to fix that. No. We need to fix that too. This person, he should not have the Jarldom title. We just won a war against him. I'm not going to grant him a vassal. I'm going to grant his titles to my other vassal, more likely. Plus, you are a leper. Yeah, and then your sister's up next. She should also... No, that's not on. And Count Trejo should go under Osbjörn of Ustjuk. He's one of my commanders, though, but yeah, this does seem right. Okay. I need to hire a court physician. Yes, indeed. Do I have anybody? Just average. Averages. Okay. I will do this after the recording. Take my time to find a good one, invite them to my court, maybe convince them with some money. And yeah, I also need to replace that Vedunia because this is not on. And then, yeah, we'll need to wait for this to fire, and that's going to take some time as well. So I think I will end the episode a little bit early today and fix those things, and then tomorrow we'll see how we can continue from here. So thanks for watching. Hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed and all that jazz, and see you again tomorrow.